Hey, what's up, Street Talks? Eric from the Eric Street Photography blog. So I want to make you a video on why I work 14 hours a day. So, to be frank, right now at this point, by my standards, I feel like I'm rich as fuck. I make currently, of course, this is 99% Cindy, more than $200,000 a year, and we don't really need more money. So, why do I wake up every single day at 5 a.m., drink 3 shots of espresso, write, make videos, and hustle from 5 to 7, 5 a.m. to 7 a.m., stop by the gym for an hour, go to the coffee shop, work for another 3 hours, it's around noon, drink another espresso or two, work from noon to about 4 p.m., crash, maybe take a 30-minute nap, have a dinner, go home from around maybe 8 to 10 p.m., read and think for about 2 more hours, and then go to sleep. To be frank, I just want to help you become the best version of yourself possible. I feel the reason why I was put on planet Earth was to make these kind of videos, to write blog posts, to put out information that can empower you, because I grew up poor. I never grew up hungry, but my dad would gamble away rent money. I'm a humanist at heart because my dad used to physically abuse my mom and mentally abuse my mom. I remember vivid memories of when I was a kid, like my mom working 6, 7 days a week, under the table jobs, waitressing, doing cashier, cleaning houses, being a nanny. And my dad, all he do is sitting at home smoking cigarettes, and would force my mom to give him the rent money, or he would yank her head by the hair and drag her on the floor, pulling her from her hair. So, needless to say, I had a pretty shitty childhood, and my heart really goes out for people out there not feeling empowered because, they also similarly have shitty childhoods or difficult upbringings. And not having money sucked because not having money meant fewer access to opportunities and information and education. And even when I went to school, so I studied my undergrad at UCLA, studied sociology, and I actually started off biology, went to sociology. And it was bullshit that here are all these students who want to make a positive change in the world. They gotta drop $200 on a textbook that you're going to use once or twice. And I was lucky enough to get lots of scholarships and work study grants from the US government, so I only graduated with maybe like $10,000 of debt, which I paid off in a year or two. And actually, to be frank, most of that debt went into just housing and to travel and backpack and stuff when I was a student. And my ultimate goal is I want to try to reduce pain and suffering in the world. I want to help empower people, so it don't matter if you're 6 years old, 16 years old, or 60 years old, to empower you through information and to treat photography less like making pretty photos, uploading them to Instagram and getting a bunch of likes, but rather make photos to reduce depression, anxiety, to use photography as a tool to conquer your fears, to become a fucking badass. No matter how shitty life can be, because life could be really shitty, to overcome those difficulties in life. Like Nietzsche said, what don't kill me only makes me stronger. Eric Kim likes to say, what kills you makes you stronger. So if you ever watch Deadpool, people could slice off your arms and you'll feel all the pain, but you could regenerate and know you have a lot more mental fortitude than you do. And so ultimately my ultimate life goal is just to empower the rest of humanity. Unfortunately, I live in a capitalist society and money is power. But I think ultimately information is power. If you think about even money, money ain't nothing but just information nowadays. Most of us don't even see paper cash anymore. Like, I don't remember the last time I saw, I don't know, a $10 bill or a $50 bill. Even I saw a $100 bill the other day. I'm like, that looks kind of weird. And money is just essentially a sense of trust in the US government, or not the US government, sorry. Money and currency is just trust in a government and trust in fellow human beings. And now most of us just have money as ones and zeros in a digital bank account. So even money is technically information. And I think information is everything. Information is the power for you to become the best version of yourselves. I think it's bullshit that artists and photographers will go to art school or photography school and spend $200,000 and graduate with $200,000 in debt and then end up working at Starbucks, working like $12 an hour just to make ends meet. And then you're essentially a slave for the rest of your life because you just need to pay off the debt. So I'm very anti-debt. I think debt is, if you have any financial debt, if you have debt on a house, your mortgage, your car, credit card debt, I'm sorry, but you're essentially a slave to, I don't even know, slave to credit card companies or to, essentially you're not going to be able to do what you want to do because you might have to stay at that shitty job you don't like, but pays well for you to continue to live a lifestyle. So that's why I'm all about open source. You could download all the blog posts on my blog for free. Just Google Eric Kim free downloads or something. You can download my presets for free. I don't want you to go into debt for your photography, so just fucking shoot with your iPhone. It's an amazing camera. If you are struggling to make ends meet, just pick up a used iPhone. I know even right now, the coolest thing is you could buy a new iPad for $380. I'm actually recording this video on on my old iPad Air, which is like maybe 4 years old at this point. It still works really well. You could buy a brand new iPad for $380 US. You could buy a brand new iPhone SE, it's a small one, for $400 unlocked. And has the same camera as iPhone 6s, which is like good for enough for 99% of us. And if you want something a little bit better, get a $600 Ricoh GR2 camera. That's the digital camera I use most of the time. Don't let the photo industry, don't let camera companies, all these bullshit folks trying to get you to buy, sucker you to buying shit that you don't really need. I've been through all that bullshit before. I've spent tens of thousands of dollars on cameras, lenses, equipment, shit that I didn't really need I thought was gonna make me happy. Another piece of advice I would give is, I think so I have this weird relationship with traveling. I think traveling is a very good thing, but in a lot of senses, traveling is kind of this weird American dream too. Is that, oh, I'm going to retire and then, pay off my mortgage and then find like a travel. And it's like, okay, you travel, let's say you go to all these exotic cities in the course of like a year or 2 years. And then what? You go back home and you're like, oh, do you just want to keep traveling for the rest of your life? No, I think traveling should be a bridge to help you understand your real purpose in life. That's why it's stupid that people travel and they'll think they'll find themselves, because when you're traveling, you're just escaping yourself. Most people treat traveling like some sort of escapism or some sort of weird status symbol. They think if I'm in Paris and I do a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower with a almond milk cappuccino, no, sorry, that's Berkeley, with a latte art something, that somehow you made it. So that's why I kind of look up to Tyler Durden from Fight Club. So don't be a slave to a car, don't be a slave to a house, your possessions. Like, even now, I don't own a car, I don't have debt. Cindy and I have this new rule that I'm following. It's the $4 rule. If I want to spend more than $4, I need explicit permission from Cindy. And I'm the worst American consumerist ever because I love to buy shit. And I'm not immune from it either. But yeah, Cindy's helped me, become more frugal and to appreciate small things in life. So just, we've been spending more time cooking at home, even though now we make a lot of money. When you go to restaurants, we still share the same single entree and one entree, one appetizer, because even now I still hate overpaying for food, especially when I don't feel like it's worth it. I still love to go to taquerias, get all you can eat $5 tacos. I just went to a place yesterday, which was quite good. I love my In-N-Out burger. Just get a protein style, double hamburger, no bun, no sauce, all killer, no filler, for like $3. So really, you can enjoy the small pleasures in life, like cooking at home, spending time with the family, and even with photography, blogging, just make the best photos you can, regardless of how boring the place you're in, or just, Oh yeah, so you wonder why it's a $4 rule. So $4 is enough to buy a cup of coffee. I just get espresso at hipster places, like not $3, $3.25 to buy an espresso, and I usually give $1 tip. So that's more than enough for me. I essentially wear the same clothes every single day. Gotta pimp out Anna's my younger sister Anna. She's designing new t-shirts. So expect these in the haptic store soon. And ultimately, I try to treat every single day like it's my last. If I knew that I was going to die tonight in my sleep, I would not dick around and fucking waste my time on stupid shit that I don't care about. Like, I don't care about getting more problems than zeros in my bank account. I'm actually trying to make more money to empower my sister. Like, she's worked as a waitress for like, I don't know, like 5 years. She's been stuck. My mom's worked as a waitress for almost 20 years. And now I want to use my money and my profits to buy the freedom of my immediate family. So helping buy the freedom of my mom, buying the freedom of my younger sister Anna, also hopefully like Cindy and her younger sisters, and also just my personal freedom. Because I want to live a life where I don't do anything that I don't want to do and only do everything that I feel like is meaningful work, which will help empower you and humanity. And really, it's not even about photography. It's about empowerment. And I think everyone's a photographer now. Wherever people say, "Oh, everyone thinks they're a photographer," tell them, "Fuck you." Or if someone says an iPhone ain't a real camera, say, "Eat a fudge popsicle." This really you essentially get what I'm getting at. So in life, just know that everyone's dealt. If you guys play poker, Texas Hold'em, we're all dealt different cards in life. If you're playing Texas Hold'em, some of us are given aces, kings, queens, jacks. Some of us are just given 2-5 offsuit, which is the worst hand in poker. But it's not about the card you're given. It's about how you play the hand. So one of my best friend, Justin Lee, who was my best man at my wedding, he was the best out of all of us at bluffing when he played Texas Hold'em. And even though he had the shittiest hands and I had like 2 kings or something like that, he would outbluff me because I thought he had a full house, whereas in fact he had a 2-5 offsuit. So Justin, I give this one to you. You were the best poker player out of all of us. I was the second best. So the point of life isn't to retire and to just sit at home and jerk off and do nothing. Rather, the point of life is to work even fucking harder to empower the rest of humanity. Even if you have a shitty 9-to-5 job, that's cool. Like Einstein came up with his theory of relativity when he was just working at the Swiss patent office, which is kind of like a boring 9-to-5 job. And so my practical suggestion, this is what I did when I worked a 9-to-5 job. Just wake up an hour early, just drink a shitload of coffee, do some creative work in the morning. If you have dead time at work, start blogging or coming up with ideas. During your lunch breaks, walk around the block, use your iPhone or just use a simple camera to make some photos. After work, chill around the workplace after work. I would shoot at nighttime around my workplace. I worked in Santa Monica 3rd Street, shot around the mall after work for like an hour or two. And then if you commute, on the way to work through subway transportation, just use your iPhone to snap photos on the streets. Or practical tip, download IA Writer. It's an app you can get on Android, iPhone, iPad, Mac, and it's the writing app I use for all my stuff. And write blog posts on the go, or write poetry, or write information. Most of us could text almost as fast as we could type on a computer, so don't think like, oh, I need a laptop. Like, even for me, I gave away my 2015 MacBook Pro Max to my friend Stoicho in Hanoi because he needed a laptop while I was traveling. And I've only been using this iPad Air the last maybe 7 days to write blog posts. Like, yeah, just without keyboard, just typing on the screen. Not ideal, but I was still able to type like 10,000 words a day. I've been making like 5-6 YouTube videos a day through just the iPad. And yeah, so I always feel like for myself, I'm always blaming the technology. Like, oh, I could be a better photographer if I just bought that new medium format digital camera, that new Leica, blah, 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 blah. Or I could be a better artist or creative person if I bought the new MacBook Pro, blah, blah, blah. Just all excuses that I make. And I'm always my own stumbling block, which means I need to quit making excuses and spend more time making art. And so, friends, that's why I work 14 hours a day. I work fucking hard for you, to empower you. And if you want to empower yourself more, yeah, I just uploaded a blog post on erickinphotography.com/blog. Download Eric Kim. It's just all the ebooks and shit I've made. And hopefully, yeah, just all the information is open source. Use my images, blog posts, whatever, for whatever you want to do. As long as it empowers you, I feel like my work's done. So, my friends, I encourage you, if you've done well in life, help out people in need. If you're still struggling in life, fucking stay in there, empower yourself, and then eventually hope to empower other people. All right, I'm going to have another espresso.